Good evening, everybody, from Juniata High School. Tonight, the Trojans traveled over the river and through the woods to meet these Juniata Indians in a finale of the 2003 season. The Indians with a very good mark this year, coming into tonight's ball game with a record of 7 wins, 2 losses. Their losses coming to Halifax and Line Mountain. And the Trojans, on the other hand, coming in with a 4-5 record and hope to even things up tonight against these tough Juniata Indians. So we'll find out as the teams are set to go. The toss has been made, and it will be UDA kicking off to begin the ball game. It's good to see again the return of Joe Clark out here. Now I hope Joe can make it for the entire length of the ball game. He tried it last week with that injured ankle and had to go out of the game in the first half. So tonight we're looking for Joe to be able to hang in there, and hopefully he can. The big runner Baumberger for Juniata also suffering an ankle injury 2 games ago, but he's back, and both fellows pretty heavily taped, and both of them hoping to complete the ball game. So we shall see now, as we're without the services tonight of Austin Markle. And that means that it'll be number 63, Alec Peters, kicking off for UDA. So we're set to go with the opening kick. And here we go. Let's go, UD. His kick, nice kick, gonna go deep. Taken back here at about the 12-yard line, dribbles it once, runs up the right side with it. This is number 23, and he's gonna be dragged down on a good stop from behind out there made by number 18, Robbie Motter, making the stop out there for UDA. So it'll be 1st and 10. The Indians will put the ball in play on their own 35-yard line, or make it the 36-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, Juniata, on their own 36-yard line. Quarterback number 19 is Rhineford. And the big guy to watch in there is number 44. And the pitch is over here to Baumberger, and he's going to try to turn the side over here. He's tackled in a nice low tackle made in there by Enders for UDA. Jimmy coming up and grabbing him from behind. Gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Enders with a good stop that time on Baumberger. 2nd and 6. Ball is spotted at the 40-yard line of Juniata. Baumberger lines up as the running back for the ball clubs. They'll send 35 in motion to set up over the near side here. And a handoff is to that 35 guy, and he'll run up the middle, getting close to the 1st down. Short by about 2. Trojans in there on the stop. Lagans along with Enders and Mace. That would be
brings up 3rd and 1.
Not Drew Mace, the other one. I have my sheet. My sheet is covered here. Anyway, it's 3rd down and 2. 3rd and 2. End of this time is the Baumberger again. He's got the 1st down and then some as he breaks it into the secondary. Finally stopped out there as Sims comes up and makes the stop on him for UDA, number 67. But a big 1st down at the 38-yard line of UDA. Good run by that Baumberger, who is going to be very difficult to stop. The field looks as though it's like from here it looks like it's sort of soggy, but it did have rain yesterday, but it's a beautiful day out there today. And a beautiful evening for football. Here's Baumberger again, and this time he is going to be tracked out after a gain of only a couple, as he is brought down over there by several Trojans. I'm not exactly sure who all was in on that stop, but at any rate, it'll bring up a 2nd down and 9. They picked up 1. Weiss, number 50, into the ball game for the Trojans, replacing Sims at the moment, I believe it was. So a 2nd down and 9, again from that same set in the backfield, and this time it's going to be down number 35, and he's going to be knocked down nicely after a gain of maybe a yard or so. Himes with the football. Again, Enders in there on the stop along with 54 Dietrich for UDA. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 7. So the Trojans need to hold them here now. The ball right at the 30, just about touching the 35-yard line of UDA. So we'll see if the Trojans can hold them here for the next 2 downs. They'll send a man in motion over this way. 35. Imes has it. Imes goes around the left side over there. One missed tackle, and he's going to get the first down and plenty more until he's brought down out there by Colby Laudenschlager, number 25. Colby, 25, bringing him down. But a big first down on a 3rd and 7. Takes the ball down to the 22-yard line of Upper Dauphin, where it is 1st and 10, Juniata. Had him in the backfield, but couldn't quite bring him down. A young fella, Imes, just bounced off one of the Trojan would-be tacklers and got the big first down. 1st and 10 on the 22. To pass he goes, looking, fires one downfield. It is going to be incomplete. Good pressure put on that time by Culva, I believe it was, really put the pressure on the QB, on Reinford. And so it'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 from the run and shoot they go this time. And the quarterback keeps it. He's going to go around the right side over there, spins off a 1 tackle and drives it all the way down inside the 10-yard line. So the Trojans with a little shaky, shall I say. Tackling out there, had a shot at him again, but just threw the would-be tackler off of there. And takes it to the 9-yard line, where all of a sudden Juniata has a 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Reinford is the quarterback. He has Imes set in the backfield along with that Baumberger. Baumberger has the call and drives it down to about the 4-yard line before he's tackled out there by Tony Hoover. And Dietrich and some other guys in there on the stop, but it's 2nd and goal from the 4 now for the Juniata Indians. 2nd and goal from the 4. 7:57 remaining here in the first quarter. Reinford keeps it himself and drives it in for the touchdown. From 4 yards out, he goes in with 7:52 remaining here in the first quarter at 6-0. Juniata. And their extra point try will be coming up here in just 1 moment. So a good drive engineered by the Indians, starting out at their own 35-yard line, just shy, I think, of the 36-yard line of Juniata. And in about 6 or 7 plays, getting 6 points out of it. So the extra point try will come now as the quarterback will try to kick this one. That's at Reinford. Placement's down, kick is up, looks good from here, and it is good. All right, Reinford kicks the extra point, and so it's 7-0 Juniata, and Trojans will get the ball back here for the first time in the ball game in just a second. Reinford has it teed up here, or will have it teed up here in a moment. The Trojans will send back Robbie Motter on the near side and Kenny Acker on the other side.
For the Trojans.
That's not Mark Mace, that's Robbie Motter, I think. And it's going to go down to Acker's side at about the 10. 15 to 20. Kenny Acker driving it upfield there till he's hit by number 59, and a flag is thrown in there, and I don't think it's a marker. I think it's a definite flag. And we're going to see what that turns out to be here. Acker with a good run back that time out to the 24-yard line. It's going to be a hold called against UDA on the run back. So that'll take the Trojans back 10. And they'll be putting the ball in play 1st and 10 from that spot.
10 on the 14.
The Trojans put it in play now on their own 14-yard line, 1st and 10. As Stephen Green sets up his UDA Trojans. In motion goes Robbie Motter over to the far side of the field. Green looking. Green faking once, pumping once. Now he's getting a rush, fires one over the far side, and it's going to be thrown out of bounds. As good pursuit put on that time by the 73, I believe it was, of the Indians. And so Stephen elects to fire one high and out of the playing field and goes with an incompletion rather than taking a loss back there, which is a good idea for Stephen. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Center, of course, is Alec Peters. Alec's been centering all year. Lang Ann's on the far side of him. Dietrich in there also on the line. Here's a handoff. This time it's going to be driven out here for maybe a yard or so, as it'll be 31 Thomas Booth getting the call. And Tom's got himself about a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9. 3rd down and 9. Hoover lines up as a fullback. Booth behind him, but behind Green, the quarterback. On a 3rd and 9. Stephen Green drops back to throw. He's getting a rush, but fires one over the far side. It is complete on a nice catch over there by number 2, Enders. So Jimmy Enders with a nice catch over there, as Jimmy Enders was all alone, and Jim caught that pass. Very well thrown by the quarterback Green that time. Way to go. Good play, brings the ball all the way out to the 35-yard line of Upper Dauphin. Big 3rd down completion that time. Green to Enders. 1st and 10 UD. Handoff is to Booth, and Tom, I think the football is loose inside here. Let's see. Now we got either flags or markers, perhaps markers. Football is recovered by the Indians. Referees were throwing markers for the down of the football. So the Trojans turn it over here now as Booth coughs it up as he hits the line of scrimmage. Somebody hit him pretty hard out there, and Tom couldn't hang on to that football. And so Juniata has the ball 1st and 10 on their own, or rather on the Trojan 38-yard line. So that turnover there did not help things much, but we'll see if we can play some defense here now and hopefully get the ball back. Imes resets himself over in the near side for Juniata. Back to pass. He goes. He's getting a rush. Gets away. Fires one down his way over the head of number 30. Zimmerman, the intended receiver. But good pressure put on again by about 3 or 4 Trojans, including Sims and Dietrich and Booth. Peters perhaps in there on the rush too. So a good rush that time. Results in a errant pass, and it brings up a 2nd down and 10. Rhineford doesn't throw much, I'm told, but here they go into that slot formation again in the backfield for Baumberger. Baumberger has it, spins off a couple of tacklers, and then goes downfield until he's tackled by a combination of Sims and Robbie Motter. But he just seems to bounce off people. Looks like he has, it's like a magnetic with 2 similar poles that kind of repel each other when he gets in there. And I don't know how he does it, but he gets loose. It's 3rd down and 3 for Juniata. The ball just shy of the Trojan 30-yard line. Need a little better tackling out here, and we could stop these guys. They're getting into the runner, but he's breaking loose on the play. Again, from the slot they go. This time Imes will, nope, this time it's going to be stopped. On a good defensive play that time as Rhineford decided to keep the football. And the Trojans in there with Sims and Wiest making a good stop for UD. That's Travis Wiest, 50. Now there is Kyle Wiest, 60, but that's Travis I meant on that play for sure. So here we go on a 4th down and 4. So if the Trojans want to do some defensive wonderment here's the play. Pitches over here to that Baumberger is stopped short, I think. Oh yeah, he's short. No, it's a 1st down. 1st down by, wow, not much, at the 27-yard line of UDA. So they gave it to the big guy, and he got maybe 2 extra yards. He needed 3, probably picked up 5. So UD had a shot at him there and couldn't quite hang on to him. So it'll be 1st and 10 now, as Rhineford will set him up at the Trojan 27. No, we got a motion penalty called on number 88 here on the Indians. That'll set them back 5 and bring up a 1st and 15. Ball's moved back to the 31-yard line of Upper Dauphin now, making it a 1st and 15 for Juniata. Rhineford this time runs back. He wants to throw. Firing one down the far side. Man is out here. Times. He's got it, but is he in bounds? Yes, they rule he was in bounds. Wow, one heck of a catch from Rhineford to Imes. And the ball is out of bounds at the 7-yard line, where it'll be first and goal for Juniata. At the Juniata, about the 7. Wow. First and goal, Indians. Rhineford keeps it himself, drives it in for the touchdown, I believe, or is he close? Nope, down to, he's about a foot short.
Brett Rhineford with the keeper.
Second and goal from about a foot out.
Second and 1.
Yeah. Inches for the touchdown for the Juniata Indians here as they look to put on their second one here in the opening quarter. We have 3:40 remaining, and the clock continues to count on down to remaining in the first period of the play here. As Rhineford will play it this time, he'll sneak it in for the touchdown. So it is now 13-0 Juniata, and an extra point try will be coming up here in just a moment. .326 remaining in the first quarter. Rhineford again to attempt the extra point try. Kick is up, and the kick is good from here. It is good. So it's 14-0 now as the Indians pile it up here in the early going. It's 14-0 Juniata with 3:26 remaining in the first quarter. Rhineford has it set up again to kick it off. If there's any joy in thinking about these Juniata Indians, the fact that they're going to lose one heck of a bunch of football players next year. They had Parents' Night tonight, and the awful lot of seniors were introduced out here, and some of them are key guys. Robert Motter runs this one back for the Trojans to the 25-yard line of Upper Dauphin, where the Trojans will once again try to see if they can't generate a little bit of offense here now, as they are 76 yards away. Actually, they're going to put it at the 24-yard line, so it'll be first and 10 UDA on their own 24-yard line, and see if we can't get something going. Up the middle with it goes, let's see, who was that? Looked like Clark. It was Joe Clark with a good burst up the middle with it. His first chance to carry the ball tonight. And Joe picks up 6 on the play. It'll be second down and 4. So a good run by that Joe Clark, who was sorely missed in last week's 6-0 loss to the Halifax Wildcats. Culva, a 36 in there at tight end. Every now and then they'll go to Todd, but on a second down play, it's going to be Clark again, and Clark will drive it out here near a first down. If it isn't, it's going to be very close.
Joe Clark again with the carry.
Joe with a good run, and he gets up from that one, not limping too much, not favoring that ankle. It's a first down. So with Clark in there, makes a heck of a difference a lot of times, and Joe gets a good first down on 2 carries for UDA. He'll take a rest now. Out of the ball game goes Clark, as in to replace him is I'm not sure who they have back there, but let's see. This is first and 10 UDA. Long count by Green. They'll throw it over this way, and this is going to be number 20. Well, let's see. The whistle had blown. Ball came loose, but the whistle was blown. Let's see, who the heck was that? 25. Is that Colby Launschlager? Is that? Could be. Yeah, Colby Launschlager with a carry. And we've got 2:11 remaining here in the first quarter. Colby will check out now as Clark comes back into the ball game for UDA. Second down and 12, loss of 2 on that last play. So let's see what we can do on a second and 12. Green calling the signals. He'll give this one over there to Clark. Clark turns around the left side and is going to be stopped for no gain or not much on the play at all. Maybe a yard. We'll see. Yeah, about a yard. It'll be 3rd and 11. Mark Mace flanks out at the bottom of our picture. Here's number 16. Clark remains in as a single running back for UDA. He'll be blocking on this passing play. Here's a pass down the near side over here. It's going to be incomplete. Intended for Mark Mace, but very high thrown. Mark could not get near that one. So it's going to be 4th down. The Trojans will be forced to punt that one out of there, and that means they'll call on Mark Mace, I believe, to do the punting for UD. And if they do, Mark will be punting from about his own 23-yard line, something like that, with 1:03 left here in the first quarter. Mark will step up to around his 25 to get this one off. Good snap. Big rush. Wow. They had a flag thrown back here as there was a roughing the kicker penalty going to be called on the Juniata Indians. He didn't get a hand on the ball, but he sure got a hand all over Mark Mace. So that one's going to come back and give the Trojans a 1st down, I would think. So that gives the Trojans a new life. That was pretty obvious here on our TV screen, I think, that the kid really leveled Mark. Mark's okay. And so the Trojans have new life now out at the 30. Let's see where they're going to mark it down. This will be the best field position for the Trojans all night long as they take it to the 48-yard line of UDA and make it 1st and 10. 1st and 10 Trojans. Enders, the flanker on the far side, Robbie Motter on the near side for UDA on a 1st and 10 from their own 48. Trojans would like to get down here and get in here, get some score on the board. Green calling the signals. Steven hands this one off over the side. Clark with a good burst of speed. Clark down the middle. Joe Clark could go all the way. Got Imes behind him, and then he's going to be stumbling down, and Imes bringing him down. But a fine run by Joe Clark. All the way down to the 6-yard line, where it's 1st and goal on the 6-yard line for UDA. Way to go, Joe. All right, 1st and 10. Trojans need to get in here. 1st and 10. 1st and goal from the 6. 61 is Drew Mace. 54 Dietrich in there on that Trojan offensive line. Up the middle with it goes Clark. Tries to dive in, but he's stopped well short. Probably got maybe to the 4. Just inside the 5. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal. That last play did it for UDA here in the first quarter, so the Trojans will travel to the west end of the field here at Dietrich Field, and we've got a 14-0 Juniata score, but the Trojans are knocking on the door here, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're set to go here now as the second period about to unwind. 2nd and goal for the Trojans from the Juniata 5-yard line. Green hands this into Clark. Clark's tackled after a loss of maybe a yard or two back to the 7. Joe never got it started that time as Juniata in there right away on him. Number 65 with a big stop that time for the Indians. 3rd down and goal from the 6 now, so got to find a different play there than up the middle for Joe because they're really keying on Clark, and why should they not? Why shouldn't they? Anyway, Clark will go into the fullback position again here now. And again, it's going to be Clark trying to get up the middle with it. Gets a couple of yards down to the 5. And it's going to be a 4th down coming up for the Trojans. Well, the last try for UDA now on a 4th and 5. It's going to be a Green throwing. Throws one over the near side here. It is going to be out of bounds. Intended for Jimmy Enders, but way out of there. Good coverage out there by these two Juniata Indians. So the Trojans fail on a 1st and goal here against Juniata, and it'll bring Indians the ball now at their own 5-yard line, maybe 6-yard line. About the 5, I guess we'll call it. 1st and 10, Juniata. First and 10. Reinford hands this one off to Baumberger. Baumberger with the first down run out to the 16.
First down, Juniata.
It'll be 1st and 10. Indians on their own 16-yard line. 1st and 10 for Juniata on their own 16. The quarterback keeps it, and he's got some good yardage out over the 25 to the 27-yard line. It is going to be close to a first down, but there is a flag, and the call will be made here. It's against Juniata, so the Trojans obviously will take this penalty for sure, as it'll march them back. An illegal shift called on Juniata, and that's going to take the ball back 5 and make it a 1st and 15 for the Indians. It helps the Trojans a wee bit here anyway. 1st and 15.
It'll be
1st and 15 for Juniata. And they're going to hand this to Imes. Imes cuts it up the middle, has some good running room, and he's going to get chased out here by a couple of Trojans, but whether they'll catch him or not is really hard to say. It looks like they're gaining on him, and he's going to be brought down with a good tackle made out here by Mark Mace. Boy, a foot race there between Mace and Enders and Imes, and Mark Mace finally gets him low out here at the 11-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 11 for Juniata. Fine run that time by that Imes of Juniata. And a good stop by Mace, saving 6 points.
Line brings up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 from the 11. And this is going to be the quarterback keeping it down to the 5 and spins down to the 4-yard line before he is tackled by several Trojans. Robbie Motter and a man on the bottom down there, 63, Alec Peters. And Logans in there on the stop also, Ryan Logans. Got the ball to the 4. 2nd and 3 from the 4. Juniata looking to put on their 20th point here, if they can. 31 is, I'm not sure. He's got the football, though. I thought he might, and then he drives it down close to the goal line, but a little bit short of the goal, but first down for the Indians. 31 is Foltz of Juniata. It's 1st and goal from the 1 or 1 foot line, something like that. There it is. So very close to 6. Zimmerman 30 in there, but quarterback tries to sneak it in. I don't think he made it.
Reinford with the keeper.
Reinford did not make it that time, as they stood up the whole line pretty quickly that time. Trojan defense led in there by any number of guys, including number 60. That's that Kyle Weiss that time. Tried to go over Kyle's spot there and couldn't do it. Had some help from his buddies. Put a 2nd and goal right at the same spot again, inches away from pay dirt there. As you can see, that's the goal line, and there's the football. Probably the length of the football out. Himes will set up over in the slot the far side this time. And the quarterback keeps it, and he's in this time, I think. Yeah, he is.
Reinford with the touchdown for the
Reinford just spins around and goes in. Didn't get much out of that, but he had enough to cross the goal line, and that's all that counts. So it's 20-0 with an extra point try coming up for the Juniata Indians. Again, it will be Reinford trying to put his third in a row in. Here's the kick. It is good. No good. No good. No good. So he fails on the PAT. And it is a 20-0 score here. And Juniata will be kicking off to the Trojans in just one moment. There's your score with 7:32 remaining here in quarter number 2. 51 on here is Mike Weldon. 60 is Travis Wiest. 63 Peters, 67 Sims along the front row here for UDA, and 54 over there Dietrich, as the Indians get ready to kick it off here following their third touchdown of the first half. And here comes that kick. It's going to spin back here and be taken by the Trojans. Let's see who's got it. It's got to be Robbie Motter. Robert up the left side over there, and he is cut down at about the 32 or so yard line. We'll see where they spot it. And that's where the Trojans will go to work with it now. Looks like it'll be out about the 33-yard line of UDA. 1st and 10. The ball club all year long out there, and he's in there now. And his running backs are Clark as the tailback and 34 Hoover as the blocking back or fullback for UD. It's going to be Hoover. Gets the call, gets a yard, as Tony is able to fall forward for one.
Anthony
2nd down and 9.
For the Trojans.
Second and 9 for UDA. Same setup in the backfield. Green this time will fake the handoff. Throw a little screen over here, complete to Hoover. Hoover down the left side over here. Bumps out of bounds in front of the Trojan bench.
Complete.
Leading the way out there, Drew Mace for UDA on the play, blocking over in the far side of the field for Hoover.
Breaks up 3rd and 3.
Gain of 7 on the play, or 6 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3. This time it'll be Enders along with Robbie Motter, flanked on the near side of the field. Will stay back a little bit in the event that they would like to throw. Goes back to throw. Gets some protection this time. Now it's going to break down back there, though. And he's swarmed under at about the 30-yard line.
Screen drop for a loss on play by Nick Clark.
Clark of the Juniata Indians coming in and making a big stop on Stephen that time. Big loss on the play of about 12 or so, 13, 14 maybe. Bring up 4th down and
Brings up 4th and
14
for the Trojans.
The Trojans will be punting the ball away again here now, as again Mark Mace goes back to punt this ball for UDA. See if we can get any kind of coverage on it.
David Imes back to receive for the
Snap
Indians.
little high. And it's blocked. And it's going to be picked up. And 88 with the reception of the blocked punt. Gives Juniata the football now on the 15-yard line of the Trojans. It'll be 1st and 10 Juniata.
1st and 10.
It's on the 14-yard line of UDA, 1st and 10. Reinford looking him over here on a 1st and 10. Pitches back over here for that Baumberger. Baumberger cut down nicely out here by 2 UDA Trojans. Looks like it might be, let's see, it'll be Dietrich for one of them. And number 36, Culva, the other side for UD. And Dietrich will check out of the ballgame now. He sort of got tangled up out there. Baumberger gave him a little extra push, but I think it was to get him off of him. I'm not sure he meant anything gruesome about it. But anyway, it's Halloween, you know what I mean? Anything can happen. Playing on Halloween night. Gain of only 2 in the last play, 2nd down and 8. Imes will reset himself in the backfield for Juniata. Imes gets a handoff. Up the middle he goes with it for 6. Oh, it's making it look easy. David Imes for 6. And it's now a 26-0 ball game with an extra point try coming up. Extra point try again here. And this time it is Good.
Point after the touchdown.
So Imes is good for 3 out of 4.
Takes 27-0 lead.
And it's 27-0 here in the first half of the ball game with 4:54 remaining on the Dietrich Field scoreboard clock. Reinford's got her teed up again here now as he gets set to kick off. There it comes. There it goes. Nice kick coming over the near side where Acker will have it out here at the 12, 15. He's up to the 20, to the 25. Kenny Acker still on his feet. Out at the 30-yard line and to the 33 or 4.
For the Trojans. Tackle made by Nevin Zimmerman.
Nice run back that dive by Kenny. And Trojans put it in play on their own 30. Well, let's see. They're out here. Officials running around with it here. On the 33. First and 10, UD. Trojan defense and Trojan offense, these guys have got to be starting to get weary now only because of the score. A score like that can make you tired quick. Here's a handoff and going nowhere with this one is, let's see, who was it? It's Hoover, Tony. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, second down 10.
Anthony Hoover with the carry for the Trojans.
Actually, they give Tony about almost a yard, half a yard anyway. It's second down and a long 9. So can the Trojans do something on a 2nd and 9? We're going to find out right now. It's going to be Clark. Clark is going to be getting loose. No, trapped in the backfield for a loss of about 6 or so. It'll be 3rd down and 15. 3rd and 15. Third down, 15. Green to throw. He's looking. He's firing one down the middle. It is going to be incomplete. Almost intercepted out there, but it was intended for Jimmy Enders, but knocked down out here. It'll be 4th and 14 for UDA. The Trojans again punting the football away. 3:21 left here in the first half. Then timeout's going to be called by the Trojans as they may be a man short or something here. I'm not sure, but yeah, they were. Got a guy coming in off the sideline now as they were one man short out here, and that was detected out there by Mark Bass, and he called time. Trojans use their first time out now as the Trojans will get set in punt formation again here now. And again, it is Mark Mace to do the punting for UD. Gets a high snap off again, but this time he's going to keep it and run. Now he's going to throw. Now he's going to kick it. And he kicks this one out here right in front of us at the 44-yard line. And he slips away from one would-be tackler. Racing down the far side is Zimes, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds over there as a hit put on him by Dietrich, I think it was.
Tackle made by Adam Dietrich.
Adam Dietrich with the stop for UD. It's 1st and 10, Juniata. 1st and 10 for Juniata, 49-yard line of UDA. Imes comes in motion over the near side, and we have a flag on the play. Hold everything. Illegal procedure called against Juniata. It'll be 1st and 15 now. The ball marched back to the 47-yard line of Juniata. 3 minutes, 5 seconds remaining here in the first half of the ball game. Trojans on the short end of a 27-0 score here. The Indians were wound up tonight, and they're really playing some good football here in the first half for sure. Quarterback will keep it. This is at Reinford. He stopped out here as Robbie Matter and Travis Weiss making the stop out here for UDA. Pretty good gain on that play, though, by that QB. Makes it a 13-yard gain and bring up a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 2 for the Indians.
Second down for Juniata. He'll pivot here to Baumberger. Baumberger's going to try to take it off around the right side. He did. He's down the sidelines for another big first down around the 25-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 Indians.
By Robert Matter.
Robbie Matter making the stop over there for UDA. From the 25-yard line go the Indians this time. He wants to throw. He gets a rush. He gets the pass off, but boy, is he thrown down as Sims and Dietrich come in there to make the stop on him. I think it was Adam Dietrich making the really hard hit on the QB. It'll be 2nd down and 10 now.
Play broken up by Adam Dietrich.
There you go, Adam Dietrich coming in with a big, tough rush. 2nd and 10 for Juniata. Quarterback gives it to Baumberger again, and he is stopped by Langhans as Ryan makes the stop out there. Langhans making a good stop in there for UD. Gain of just about 3 on the play. It'll be a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Third 7. In motion comes Imes. Back to pass goes the QB. Throws a little screen over here. It is complete to 87. He is at the 15-yard line, but then he's going to be dumped right around the 15-yard line. Derek Rickard gets the pass that time, and it's enough for the Juniata first down at the 12-yard line.
Brings up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 from the 12 for the Indians with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining here in the first half of the ball game. Passing, firing, completing for a touchdown. To number 88 out there. And that is makes it 33-0 with 57 seconds remaining here. Nice pass that time from that Rhineford to Harlan, I think his name was, or somebody like that. So once again, Rhineford will attempt the extra point. He's been good 3 out of 4 so far. Snaps a little high, but the placement's down. No, he's going to have to run it now as he takes off with it. Does number 20. He's going to be tackled over there. Good pursuit put on him that time by number 34, Tony Hoover. And so that'll end that extra point try. With 57 seconds remaining here in the first half of the ball game, it is 33-0, and UD will be getting the football back here in just one moment. Here's Juniata's kick following that last touchdown. Comes down here, and it's going to be run back here to about the 30-yard line. Kenny Acker with the ball that time for the Trojans. So UD will have the ball for 52 seconds here in the first half to see if we can get on the board against this really tough Juniata ball club. Trojans, if you recall, had the first and goal situation and couldn't do it. Now they're 70 yards away, make it 69 yards away. They put the ball on the 31-yard line, actually. So with 52 seconds, let's see what they come up with. Green handing this one off. Over the left side goes Clark with it. Clark out to about the 34.
Joseph Clark with the carry.
Before he is stopped, they're going to mark him at the 35. So a gain of 4 for UD for Clark. I'll bring up a 2nd down and 6.
Brings up 2nd and 7 for Upper Dolphin.
Green wants to throw this one. He's looking. He's firing one over this way. It is complete to Jimmy Enders for a first down and a flag down. Flag down on the play. Well, let's see what the flag's all about. Could be a face mask or something like that on the tackle, but I'm not going to try to guess it. Personal foul, face mask, yeah, against the Juniata. So that'll give the Trojans a little better field position here with 11 seconds remaining here in the first half of the ball game. It's a major penalty for face masking, and that's going to take the ball down to the 40, well, somewhere around there. He doesn't know either. He's checking it out here, the official is. Says, well, okay, we'll put it at the 39-yard line of Juniata then, if that's the way they want to be. Anyhow, it's 1st and 10 UD on the Juniata 39. Trojans hurry up here now as they'll pitch it back here for Clark. A little bit of a passing situation. They're going to fire one over here to Green. Green down the left side over there with it. Green, he's going to run out of bounds as we run out of time here, but there is a flag on the play, so hold everything. Hold the phone. There's a flag back here, but let's see what happens now as the fields. Oh, okay, well, they didn't. No, I guess there was no flag. Okay, something flew, but it wasn't a flag. At any rate, at the end of one half of the ball game, it is the Indians thumping the Trojans now 33-0 at halftime. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment. Well, as you can see, the teams are back on the field now to begin the second half of play here at Juniata. And Juniata will be kicking off to the Trojans to begin the second half. Been all Juniata the first half. Let's see if the Trojans can add something to that scoreboard now. We've been shut out so far 2 ball games in a row, losing last week 6-0 to Halifax and trailing here 33-0. So we've gone through 6 quarters now without scoring a point, and perhaps it's even longer than that. I don't know about the game prior to that one, but nevertheless, there's been a offensive drought here for UDA, so we see we can't overcome that now as we get going for the second half. Swineford will kick it off here, and here it goes. Going to go back here to where it's going to be taken by Acker, and Kenny takes it off over the left side over there and is stopped short of the 30-yard line, probably around the 28, something like that. We'll see where they.
Kenneth Acker with the return for Trojans.
See where they set the ball at the 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 UDA on their own 28-yard line. Once again, Stephen Green will try to
First down for the Trojans,
solve this
28-yard line.
Juniata defense. In there with him to do it is Clark. He'll be set up as the running back, and Hoover as the fullback. Clark has the ball, tries to cut it off the right side. Joe with a good move out to the 35-yard line. Joe playing on a tender foot, I'm sure, tender ankle. But the big senior guy wants to finish this ball game if he can. Gain of 7. It's a remarkable difference on to the offense when Joe is in there. There's no question. No one can deny that. As they look at a 2nd down and 3 now. Clark with 7 yards on the last play. Green looking him over. And he'll hand this one off this time on a nice burst up the middle there for Hoover. And Tony gets all the way out to the 35 or 45-yard line.
Anthony Hoover with the carry for the Trojans.
Darn nice run that time by Anthony Hoover. Tony will be back next year, of course. Ball just shy of the 45-yard line of UDA. First down on the play. Robbie, it doesn't matter, Mater, flanked out on the far side of the field for UD. In the eye are the Trojans. And again, it's going to be this time Clark, and Joe rolls ahead for about 2 to the 47.
Clark with the carry for the Upper Dolphin.
It'll be 2nd down and 7. Joe picking up 3 on that one. 2nd and 7 for UD.
2nd and 8.
Let's see what they do here on a 2nd and 8. Handoff up. Whoa. Yeah, let's see. It's going to be Hoover again, I think it was. Yeah, it was. It's Tony Hoover. Rolling ahead for 2 more out to the 40 or to the 50-yard line, nearly. Right on the 50-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for UDA. Mace leaves the ball field as replaced in there by the young fellow bringing the signals in, who in this case was Robbie Motter, I think. Third and 5 from midfield. Let's see. It's going to come over this way as they'll swing it here to. Let's see. It was Todd Culver, the tight end, they used that time. Faked me out. Sorry about that, Todd, and sorry about that, Stephen. That play had me looking the wrong way. As a little screen over here for the tight end, Todd Culver, and results in a 4th and 1, 4th and inches for UD. Wow. 4th down and about 3/4 the length of the football. So let's see what the Trojans will do on this one now. It's a tough call against these Juniata Indians, but let's see if we can get a 1st down here. It would be critical. We'll stay in rather tight here. It's going to be a 1st down made, I think, for sure, by someone. Let's see. Ducked their head in there. So Hoover, and Hoover's got the 1st down for UDA. So it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line of Juniata. 1st and 10, UDA. Good spot that time for the Trojans. 1st and 10, UD. On the Juniata 44. Pitch is over there for Clark. Clark's going to try to turn the left side. Jumps over one guy and then is thrown ahead here for a couple of yards. There's a flag on the play, however. And the flag will go against UDA.
With the tackle for the Indians.
And flag is back here laying at the 46-yard line of Juniata. And they're talking to Juniata, so this one's coming back. Holding is a call against the Trojans. Takes the ball all the way back to the 43-yard line. 1st down and about 22 for UDA. Acker, the flanker on the near side of the field here for the Trojans. In the backfield is Hoover and Clark behind the quarterback Green. This time Clark gets maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 21 or 22, something like that. Second down and 22. Green wants to throw this one. He's looking for somebody. Has some time. Fires one over the far side. It's complete on a nice pass here to Robbie Motter, was it? Yeah. Robbie Motter making a nice catch, and he tried to spin himself around and see if he could get some more yardage out of it before he was stopped by the Indians at the 49-yard line of the Juniata. It's 3rd and 14 now for the Trojans. Enders, who has caught a couple of passes tonight for UDA, flanks out here along with Motter, who has done the same. On this 3rd and 14. Single man set in the backfield. Back to pass goes Green. Fires one over the middle. It is incomplete. In and out of the hands that time of number 36, Todd Culver. And Culver couldn't hang on to that one. And so it'll bring up a 4th down and 14. So with a 4th and 14, it'll be Mark Mace back to punt the ball away for UD. Gets a good snap and good kick. Rolls down here, was taken at about the 18-yard line. And some Trojans in good pursuit. And let's see, we're going to have him stopped here as Culva teams up with
Indians flag on the play.
number 21 out there for UD. We'll find out who that young fellow is here in a second. 21, Joseph Whitmer, making the stop in there for UD, along with Culva. Illegal block called against the Juniata Indians. Will take the ball even deeper into Juniata territory with 5:52 left here in the third quarter. And they're going to mark it from the 15-yard line and take it down inside the 10, down to the 7, or around that area, where it'll be first down for the Indians. 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Indians on the 9-yard line.
Oh, they bring it out to the 9. Okay, 1st and 10 from the 9. Make that. In motion goes a young fellow in there and tripped up immediately here. Let's see. Is number 30, was it? Or something like that. Yeah. Zimmerman with a carry. Got about 3 out of that as he fell ahead. Actually picked up 4. It'd be 2nd down 6. Young lady who is the official announcer here at Juniata calls that one correctly. Ball at the 13-yard line. 2nd down, Indians. And this time it's going to be that Bombarder. He is hit in the backfield with a nice tackle made in there by number 34, Hoover. Tony making a good stop on him. A loss of maybe 2 or 3 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. The announcer gives Sims a little credit for that one. It'll be 3rd and 8. See some of these fellas playing their final ball game in that Trojan uniform. This is Imes. Imes going to take it around this side to the 15, and then upfield he comes with it now, cutting it back to the 30 and then to the 32 before he is stopped very nicely out there by that Mark Mace again. What a big 1st down for the Juniata Indians as they take it to their own 34-yard line and put it in play right there. 1st and 10 with 4:20 left here in the third quarter. There's Tom Booth, Travis Wiest in there, 63. Peters up the middle he goes with it this time. That's that Zimmerman, I believe it was. And
Chris Foltz
or Foltz rather, 31 rather than 30, 31 Foltz. He drives it to the 37-yard line, picking up 3. It'll be 3rd down 7.
2nd and 7.
Or 2nd and 7 rather. Fellow over here says it's 3rd. That's where I got that. He says 3rd. I believe it's 3rd. I'm not sure. At any rate, no, now he's changing it to 2nd. All right. Anyway, here comes Imes again. Imes at the 45, 50, 45. And he is going to be dragged out of bounds here as Robbie Motter held him up so that some of the other Trojans could come up there and get him. Mark Mace, Motter, and a couple of guys there finally bringing him down after a big gain down to the 30-yard line, and referee starts the clock in motion again, keeping it going here at the 28-yard line of UDA. 1st and 10, Juniata. 3 minutes remaining in the third. 13 minutes remaining in the season for UD. Imes will reset on the left side this time. As Reinford hands it off up the middle with it goes that Burger to the 24-yard line. Picking up 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5. On a 2nd and 5. Whoops, the ball is loose, and on the recovery is,
Fumble on the play.
I think, Reinford. Yeah, Reinford is recovering his own fumble on the snap. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 9. Loss of 4 on the play, 3rd and 9.
Loss of 4 on the play brings up 3rd and 9 for the Indians.
Drew Mace playing his final ball game, I think, tonight, number 61 out there. On a 3rd down and 9. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to roll right. Passes one down. Here it is. Tipped up in the air and incomplete. Intended for number 31 out there, but goes as an incompletion. And we'll bring up a 4th down and 9. Good rush that time put on by one of the Trojans. I didn't pick him up, but he was really in there after Reinford right away and made him throw that ball a little quickly, a little high, and incomplete. On a 4th and 9, Juniata will, of course, go for it. They have absolutely nothing to lose here. Back to pass he goes. Big rush. Little screen thrown up here now for that number 12. And he is going to be awfully close to the 1st down. We'll see if he's got it. Referee's looking it over. It's close. He says it is a 1st down, Juniata. So on a 4th and 9, they throw a little bit of screen out there to number 12, I think it was. And got the 1st down on a big 4th down and 9. Ball at the 17-yard line of Upper Dauphin. First down and 10. Pitch here for Baumberger.
Baumberger was carried for the Indians.
Stopped out there by number 2. Enders making the stop.
Please come to the press box. Now we also have a black wallet.
And it'll be a gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 from the 14. Up the middle with it goes 30. And Zimmerman carries it down to around the 9-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 1 on the Trojan 9-yard line. Well, that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter, as it came to an end there with the Indians on the 8-yard line of UDA, and we'll be right back for the 4th and final period here this evening. The sirens are going off. That doesn't mean Juniata is red hot. That means there's a fire or an accident somewhere. Anyhow, we've got 1 quarter to play. The Trojans on the short end of that 33-0 score now, and the Indians acting add to that score here, but we're going to do our best to stop them from doing that, so we'll see. 4th quarter getting underway now, as the Indians have the ball on a 3rd and 1, and there's a penalty coming up on Juniata. I think their left side of their line might have jumped a little bit quickly. Let's see. Offside. No, it's Trojans with an encroachment. Trojans encroaching. Offside. So that'll take it down to the 5-yard line, or maybe inside the 5. A little hard to tell from here. Probably the 4. It'll be 1st and goal for the Indians from their Trojan 4-yard line. So the Indians gain 5 without an effort that time. Still 12 minutes to play. In motion they go, and 30 will take it to the 3. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. Stop made in there by several Trojans, including Sims, who has played good football this year for UDA. Also Adam Dietrich having a heck of a nice year overall for the Trojans. I'm sure they're not satisfied with tonight's ball game, but overall got a pretty darn good effort out of a lot of these kids out here this year, even in a losing effort. Trojans obviously will go 6-4 on the season, winning their first 4 in a row, and then dropping the final 6 on the league schedule. Pitch back here for that Baumberger, and Baumberger takes it down and in for a touchdown, which will raise the ante now to 39. That's a 9. 39 to nothing, and will now put into play the mercy rule, I would believe, which means the clock will not stop except for touchdowns and timeouts. I believe that's true. We'll find out here in a minute as Rhineford attempts the extra point. It is blocked or no good. Kind of got muffed. So it remains 39 to nothing with 11 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the season. And we'll be right back with the Juniata kickoff in just a sec. All right, Juniatas are teed up. Juniata has it teed up is what I'm trying to say. And here we go. High kick going to be taken here, short. And let's see, up the middle with it they go, and it'll be thrown down at the 20 or 30 yard line rather. Running it back that time was not sure who. I'll find out here in just a sec. Robbie Motter on the run back that time out to the 32 yard line for UDA. And it'll be 1st and 10. Handoff this time and trying to go up the middle with it for maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure. It goes number 26, Joe Clark. Or yeah, 28 make that, Joe Clark. And no gain on the play, 2nd down 10. The applause is due to the fact that Juniata is taking some of their veterans out of there, putting some subs in now. The 39-0 lead. 2nd and 10. Green would like to throw this football this time. Fires one down the middle. It is going to be incomplete. Intended for Jimmy Enders. But it goes as an incompletion. Boy, Steven really fired that football. Throws it like a baseball. Fired it down there. Jim just unable to reach out and grab that one. So it'll be 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 for UDA. Green again to throw. Looking. Fires one over this way. It is caught this time on a nice catch made out here by Robbie Motter. Way to go, Robbo.
Tackle made by Matt Harlan.
So, a nice completion for a 1st down. Robbie picked that one off out at the 43 yard line of UDA. 1st and 10 up at Dauphin. Motter and Enders, the flankers on the near side of the field. On the far side of the field for UD goes, I'm not sure. At any rate, this is going to be Clark again, and Joe is going to be ridden down and thrown down after a gain of a yard or two that time for Joe. It'll be set down at the 44 yard line. Gain of a yard and a half or 2, so it'll be 2nd and 8. Time is Mace on the near side of the field for the Trojans. On a 2nd and 8. Green wants to throw it again. Has some time. Fires one down the far side. There's a man out here. It is incomplete. Getting turned around out here is Enders. And again, Jimmy was unable to get near that one. So it'll be 3rd down and 8 for UDA. Clock not stopping now with the mercy rule in effect. So we've got 8:22, 8:21, and so forth remaining here in the ball game. Trojans would like to get on the board and stop that slide now, as I mentioned before. Going now at least 7 periods without a point on the board. Back to pass goes Green again. He's got to throw a screen this time, and it's incomplete, out of the reach of Joe Clark. But it'll be 4th down now for UD. Seven and a half minutes remaining. In punt formation goes Mark Mace. Punt, nice punt. Comes all the way down here. It's going to get a good UDA roll and be picked up here at the 6. Upfield he comes with it to the 10 and dropped at about the 16-yard line. As down there on the coverage is that Colby Laudenschlager again for UDA number 25 for the Trojans. Colby doing a good job on the special team that time. And gives the Indians the football on their own 17-yard line. 51 Michael Weldon checking into the ball game here for UD. First and 10 Juniata. And hold everything. We've got flags all over the place.
Flag on the play.
First and 15 as the illegal motion was called against the Indians. So it's first and 15. New quarterback in there for Juniata. New players all the way around, I think. Stop made in there by UDA's Todd Culva, number 36 for the Trojans. Gain of about 2 on the play. It'll be second and 13. 6:11 remaining, and the clock continues to move on down. 60 is that Wiest out there, Kyle Wiest for UDA. 26 is, I'll pick him up here in a second. Here's 23, turning the corner over here, getting a good running room, getting plenty of running room to the 50. He's got a man to beat. He's gotten him beaten, but then he's going to be dragged down. As coming up to make the stop on him is Brock Stone, number 26. Brock Stone, one of the stars of the future here for UDA, makes the touchdown saving tackle out at the 40-yard or 36-yard line of UDA. Some of these guys we'll see now on Monday night in the final of the JV football season, as Matthew Harmon in there for the Trojans right now. First and 10, Juniata. Up the middle with it goes 25. He breaks loose, and he's finally going to be tackled over here, and a good one-man tackle made that time by that Mark Mace again for UDA. See, we've had some other guys in there. Kyle Wee 60, as I mentioned before. 50 in there is Travis Wee 63. Remaining in the ball game is Peters, of course. Who else do we have here? Thomas Booth, 31. Here we go on a first and 10. Whoops. Got tackled right about the line of scrimmage. Oh, a late hit going to be flagged here as Wiest there. Kyle kind of come in there late. And he'll pick up a personal foul penalty. Kind of a piling on jobber here. Personal foul against UD.
Personal foul.
And the late hit call gives the Juniata Indians a 15-yard penalty down to around the 15-yard line. See where they put it. Going to put it at the 12-yard line of UDA. So it'll be first and 10 on the UDA 12. Trojans will probably see this same team that's in there now on Monday afternoon down at UD as he drives it to around the 7 or 8. We'll see where they say he was stopped. A couple of Trojans converging on that play, including Stone and number 22 for UDA. That's Taylor Shadle making a stop in there on that play for the Trojans. We look forward to seeing. The junior varsity's had a pretty good year for the Trojans this year, and this young squad out here will be back hammering at them for the most part, all these guys, I guess all of them, next year. So look forward to Monday night's JV finale, and then we'll see how the guys do over the winter and the spring and the next summer, and then see if we can get back at them again. There's that 22 turning the left side. He'll cut it up inside the, well, he has a touchdown. I didn't know if he had made it or not, but he did. Makes it a 45-0 ball game with 3:49 left in the in the ball game. And an extra point try coming up again here for the Juniata. It's just been Juniata all evening long, as you can imagine, with a 45-0 score. They come out, got the opening kickoff, drove down the field and scored, and just kept scoring and scoring and scoring all night long, putting on their 7th touchdown here now. They'll go for 2, and he's got 2. Making it a 47-0 score with 3 minutes and 49 seconds remaining. So the second biggest blistering of the season for UDA, suffering a large one. Let's see, where was the other one? I forget. I'll find out. All right, here we go with the kickoff again now. And time he boots it down here, it's a little bit short. Let's see, where the heck? Where did it get to? To the 25-yard line. That's where it'll be put in play for UDA at their own 25-yard line. 3:47. The clock stopped now momentarily, but it'll get going here in a moment. Right now it gets going. So we've got 3:45 left here in the ball game. Green back in there at quarterback, or still remains in there at quarterback, as big number 73 in there for UDA. Find out who that is just a second. Green back to throw. He's looking. Fires a little screen over the right side. It's complete. And this time, however, it's not going to go for much, as number 25, Colby Laudenschlager, is thrown down out there. And not much gain on that play. In fact, the pass is complete for no gain. 2nd and 10. 3 minutes remaining. 2:45 left. Green hands this one off to Colby Laudenschlager. Colby tries to work his way upfield, but he's tackled after a gain of maybe a yard or so. Not too much on that one.
Colby Laudenschlager
So picked up 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Okay. On a 3rd down and 8. Green looking to throw. Gets some time this time. Rolls right with it. Fires one over this way. It is incomplete. Intended out there for number 9, Acker. But it goes an incompletion. Will bring up a 4th down. And the Trojans, I guess, will kick the ball away with 1:45 and 1:44 and so forth remaining. Heck, from where they are, they might as well just go for it, see if we can get a 1st down. In fact, that might be what they're going to do. They are. Good idea. 4th down and 8 for UD. Minute and a half. I'm sure the kids in their mind now are just ready to get this over with. Back to pass goes Green. Has a little bit of time. Throws one over the far side. It is complete to Robbie Motter, I think it was. Or let's see. Or is it Kenny Acker? Kenny Acker. No, it's not. It's Robbie Motter. Robbie with a good catch. And let's see. Did he get enough for the 1st down? Yes, he did. 1st down on the play to Robbie Motter. A minute 16 left here. The clock stopped with the out-of-bounds play, but the referee will start it right up again, and there he goes. So we'll be inside of a minute by the time the Trojans get this one off, or darn close to it.
Keith Wiener has the tackle for the Indians.
And we're set. Minute 5 left. Just like to see someone break one so we can get off of this skid here of consistent quarters without a score. Here's a nice run this time. Up the middle with it comes Laudenschlager. Colby still on his feet. Colby running down to the 40. Colby still on his feet, knocked out of bounds. A nice run that time by Colby Laudenschlager. That'll make Colby's personal highlight film for the year. Way to go, Colby. Nice run that time. All right.
1st down for the Trojans.
Clock stopped with the out-of-bounds play till they set the markers, and now it'll be put back in play with 45 seconds remaining. So, Colby with a fine run that time. He's the tailback out there for this squad. And it's 1st and 10 UD. Back to pass. Goes Laudenschlager over the middle. He fires when it is complete. Down to Enders, and Enders for 6. So there it goes. That ends the scoring drought here as the Trojans finally get on the board with just a couple of seconds left. Let's see, 28 seconds remaining in the ball game, and a pass from Green to Enders is good for 6. Way to go, fellas. All right. That's good. That's important for the kids. I mean, it's been a lousy kind of a stretch here for the UDA, and you know, without scoring a point, you can't win a ball game. That's for darn sure. As it'll be Weiss trying to kick the extra point. He puts it down. Kick is up. The kick is good. So Kyle Weiss gets the PAT, and it's now 47 UDA 7. So the Trojans did not get shut out, and that's good now as we've just got a few seconds remaining here in the season, but by gosh, we're on the board. Trailing now by 40 with 26 seconds. Or is that 28? I'm not sure. I think it looks more like 26, I guess. 26 seconds remaining, and the Trojans will at least go home having scored tonight in this ball game. But you got to give a lot of credit to the Juniata Indian Ball Club, who has a fine season going here this year. They'll go 8-2 on the season so far now, and they'll probably have a game to play in some kind of playoff, they figure here. For the Trojans, it won't happen that way, but at least we'll give them something to build on for next year, we hope. As the season winds down, we say congratulations, as I said, to Coach Klingensmith down here, who has been here forever and a day, approaching his 35th year or something like that as head coach here at Juniata. And for our boys here, we just got to get back to the weight room, do all the things that they're supposed to do, and come out here all charged up next August. So, here's the kick. It's got to come down here and be taken at the 13. Upfield with it comes number 22, and look out, he is again making a fine run back here until he's finally stopped out here on a good tackle by UDA's number 63, Alec Peters, making a good stop on him out here. So 19 seconds remaining. That was probably the last play of the ball game. They set the ball in play at the 46-yard line. The referee, as soon as the teams get on the field, will signal the clock to start. He does, and that probably will do it. So Trojans will end up 4-6 on the season, and of course that's an improvement over last year, but we've still got a long way to go. We'll work on it. So Ray Coles is my buddy out here who comes along to each and every ball game, and I thank him for his assistance this year as we congratulate the Indians on a blistering here of our Trojans. And by gosh, what goes around comes around. So one of these times we're going to get ourselves a winning ball club out here, and we will give the Indians a payback someday, somewhere. But nevertheless, for now, it's good night and a good ride home for the boys who scored in the final moments of this ball game. So final score again is 47-7. The Trojans take one on the chin here tonight at well, they took it off. Anyway, 47-7 final score, and we'll catch you next year, God willing, and the creeks don't rise. We'll see you then. Good night. Good luck, fellas. Good luck to the senior ball clubs, senior members of the ball club out here as they move on to bigger and better things. And perhaps it was all not a waste of time out here. They might have learned some valuable lessons about how to be good sports. They played as good sports all year long. And, you know, with the pressures on sometime, that's hard to do. But they succeeded in doing that. And so we congratulate them for that.